Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire. So last episode, we got ripped up a little bit from the Raptors. And I just wanted to go over some feedback I received from all of you. So a lot of people warned me that my doors were open. And I just wanted to point out that the temperatures in my rooms that have open doors are fine. That's why I wasn't really sweating it or worrying about it. As you can see, the freezer is still frozen. I will get these doors closed. It's not that much of a, there's not urgency. But one thing I will do is, let me zoom all the way out to 20,000 feet and turn off all my heaters because I don't really need heaters on anymore. What else? There is, Would You Kindly Watch suggested that I stack some of the meat that I have so that I can free up some more space for meals. And speaking of meals, I'm going to set everybody to find meals for the moment because we are, out of simple meals and we'll work on that. So other things I wanted to do. JD is going to make some steel hospital beds. You heal faster, significantly faster in fact, in steel hospital beds, and it also increases the quality of your care. Oh boy, we have a heat wave. Okay. So it also increases the quality of your care. So for those reasons, I'm going to put hospital beds in so that my guys who are wounded in the last attack can heal up and faster. All right, Bash, you can build your own because you're a better constructor. Excellent. Okay, good. So 2 hospital beds should be good for a population of 6. And then I'm also going to have Phoenix temporarily help on the stove. And Gabe, let's get you harvesting all this rice because it's basically all done anyway. He's like, no, I want to play horseshoes. Well, that's fine. So my plan for this episode is to get Hippie home and then head on out to deal with the skeleton base, the Reaper base that I was paid to deal with. And I'll get that underway pretty soon. Okay, I am having my guys flick on some additional AC. Because as you can see, my freezer right now, due to the heat stroke that just got triggered, is, well, not frozen. Or struggling to be frozen. But everywhere else seems to be fine. And then we're also going to turn off all the heaters. Oh, Kaba is berserk again. You really need to stop, lady. So I don't want this to be, oh, come on. I was gonna say, I don't want this to be a fair fight. JD can't get in. He already has a bite scar from the other one. Wow, and got really cracked to the nose. I'm gonna have him back up. Come on, Gabe. There we go. Thank you. All right, so what's going to be important is that we heal up so that we can go on the raid. The plan is to use transport pods to get there and then to call a shuttle to get home. And that will make the raid take a pretty minimal amount of effort and time. Provided we don't get, injured out there. Just updating the home zone. Making sure that everything that should be in the home zone is. And now everybody's hurt. Perfect. My last 2 that were not injured are now injured. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to reduce bed rest so that we can get some stuff working. You know, I actually didn't need to flick those because they were off anyway. They were remotely off. I could have remote turned those off too. Whatever. Okay, Phoenix is starting to reload turrets. And for the most part people, what I could do is I can order them into bed rest, but for everybody else, I'm just going to have them continue to do their work. All right, let's merge some of the meats. Done. Frees up a little bit of space. Not much, but a little. Sandstone meteorite. Landing up top. Oh, that actually reminds me that this structure is ready to come down. We're no longer quest bound to have it, so let's remove it. Phoenix is getting all the auto turrets reloaded, which is great. Hippie is about a half a day away. Plus probably rest time. Gabe. Gabe. Why are you resting? Okay, no more bed rest for you. He immediately goes to bed rest. Oh, because, you know, he's injured and not being tended to. I see. Yeah, Gabe and JD have current injuries not attended, so that they're in bed anyway. All right, let's go ahead and move the hospital beds. And now that we have a source of simple meals, we'll switch back to simple meals. Bash is helping to cook them. Man, this heat wave. At least the heat wave is only localized to the immediate area. Oh, no meds for the rest of her. She went berserk. She don't deserve it. Okay, we are cleaning up all the corpses. And then setting up these turrets here are just to prevent sappers from coming through the mountain. We'll get those set up too. JD's making some backup clothing, which is great. We're getting kind of low. We have enough swamp hide for, let's see, maybe one more pair of pants. Actually, two more pairs of pants for the bone dog leather, and then the formal shirt. Oh, the formal shirt requires 65. Let's do a formal shirt and crab chitin. So we'll have pants for everybody. So right now, Raptor's wearing incorrect pants. All right, don't want people using the hospital beds when they're in bedrooms like this, so I'll set those up better. It's not a hospital, but hospital beds will help you heal faster, so resting in them is beneficial. I'll even have Raptor switch his bed. So Hippie is now home. And now with Hippie home, we are going to get set up to go to the Reaper base for the Neuro link. This quest here. But I'm going to wait until everybody's healed up. I'm also going to start flooring Raptor's bedroom, because eventually, as he will ascend to count, he will require fine floors everywhere. So I might as well get that done. What is he researching? Vitals monitor? Perfect. Where can this go that's out of the way? Maybe here. All right, flipping these beds around so they both benefit from vitals monitors. And just waiting on Gabe to heal up. So Gabe, you are actually going to be set to bed rest. Congratulations, you can get some R&R. So JD has made some spare bone dog pants, which is great because a lot of our pants were, as you can see, pretty worn out, 51, 47, and so on, so forth. That's pretty damaged. And then once Gabe's healed up, we will head out. Oh, actually, Gabe, sorry. I know I said you could bed rest, but I lied. You have to tend the farm. And then you can bed rest. There you go. All right. Now you're off the hook. You're like, dang it. Just want some R&R. All right, so he's fully healed. Tomorrow morning, I will be heading to the assault. We'll get out to the assault, and we will clear out that Reaper base for the Neuralink. So, eager about that for sure. I don't have a lot of cloth left, so I'm going to have to harvest more cloth before I continue the fine floors. And there's the formal shirt, wherever it is. I actually don't know where it is. It's not this one, because that's the old one. Should be bright. Oh, here it is. And Raptor will be using that soon. Okay. Base is sort of back to normal. And that raises his heat allowable up a little bit. Just a little bit. My freezers are nice and frozen. All rooms are temperate. You can take a look at the heat map. All rooms are good and temperate. My prisoners are healthy-ish and tended to, more or less. We're in a good situation. What about my turrets? I've got a slug turret here that needs repair. That was the one of the ones that was on fire. Most of these are fully rearmed or mostly rearmed, so that's good. All the corpses had been hauled out of the sort of kill box area, so not corpse pile up there, which will be nice. And I think come morning, once everybody wakes up, we will head on out to clear the base. So this base here has 8 skeletons, and I'll be sending all 6 of my people. That does put me a bit at risk because what will end up happening is I won't necessarily have people at home to cover the prisoners, but I will have Maverick and Cauterize if the prisoners get unruly and want to fight. Well, they can. It's just going to cost them. They'll have to fight a Gorillo and a giant crab. I mean, I think I'm okay with that. And Kaba's not even really in a position to fight all that well because she's injured. Okay, everybody's up. So this is a very, very straightforward launch. Bring people. Bring Go Juice is an emergency. A little tea. A little meds. Don't even bring the tea. We're not going to be there that long. A few more meds. Okay, done. That's it. Did I just see you stick a... Oh, medicine. Oh, yeah, EMP shell. What? Did I really say EMP shell? Hey, Raptor, get inside. So launching. Drop at edge. Godspeed, crew. So now no one's even on my home tile, but I can zone my animals to help protect me. And here I've arrived. So we have reasonably geared, but not insanely geared Reapers. They're not armed to the teeth or anything like that. And Bash and Phoenix are going to stand out front. I'm going to hide behind the, let's see if I can't lure them. Yes. All right, Eddie first. Glorious start. All right, yes, shoot at my brawlers. Now, Raptor has psycasts, but there's only a few psycasts that will work against the Reapers, like Skip. Most of the psychic ones will not work because they're immune. Okay, there, down goes another. This seems to be working where I'm hiding behind cover and they're not shooting me, so let's do just that. I'll hide behind this tree. All right, Raptor is getting heat stroke, so maybe I'll try to wrap this up fast. I could also call aid, but I'm not really in a position where I feel like I need to emergency call aid or anything like that. All right, I'm moving my shooters to a flanking position. So this position up here allows them to shoot without cover, which is good for me, bad for the Reapers. All right, with only a few left, let's throw down, brawl them. Woo! Not a single injury. Not a single injury. All right, so now at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and blanket claim. And all of the ship chunks, I'm going to break them down. All of my people, I will set up to allow them to do construction tasks. And as you can see, they immediately start cloud watching. That's good. Oh, and Hippie, forget your side focus. We did get the payment, which is the Silent Neuroformer, which will level up Hippie from level 1 to level 2, and hopefully she'll get a good side cast as a result. In here... Okay, Raptor's going to huddle in here because there's a passive cooler. I was wondering if there was loot, and there was, but it's just a bunch of sandstone. Other things I want to break down. Let's get the cloth sandbags. And then... oh, wow. As far as I could tell... Oh, it's a harvest task. Okay. And the sessile trees for wood. Okay. And we will try to maximize our yield here. How is your heat stroke? Just initial? Okay, he's okay. He's not doing wonderfully because he doesn't have the chitin armor that everyone else has that protects him. And we are just going to strip this raid base for all of its resources. Yes. For all that is worth, all the wood. I might not go so far as to get the steel walls, because there's a limit to my patience. But we're going to have so many components as a result of this. It's going to be ridiculous. All right, Gabe's cutting down the sessile trees for wood. And I think that's one tree left, and then we're good. Oh, what? Come on now. Stupid flash storm setting my components on fire. Oh, and setting one of the Reaper corpses on fire. Okay, so we're now done. So the way I'm going to do this is Raptor is going to unforbid these doors. This is probably the best way to return, is just to do a caravan like this, where you pick what you want to take. Now maybe I'll bring in more if I do a transport shuttle. Set to load. So the other way is faster if you aren't worried about max carry weight, but my thing's maxed out. So I'm also going to bring the sandstone. I'm actually going to prioritize the sandstone beds over the steel so that I can break them down for building blocks. There we go. And launch. Let's land here next to the stockpile. Well, raid totally finished. Hippie, go upgrade, and you gained neural heat dump. Well, not fantastic, but could be worse. And look at all those components, man. Look at those components. That is a lot of components. And we're totally done. And Raptor's home, safe and sound. Shuttle is awesome. Just in time, Mr. Gabe, for you to harvest. And these prisoners are none the wiser that I had left. Being locked away in their little prison cells, they had no idea. Bash is breaking down the beds. I'm just going to haul the sort of more important stuff. The meds, the components. Now I have 189 components. Oh my god. It's just... that's a lot. I also have all the advanced components to be able to improve someone. So I'm going to build a bionic leg for JD. So that he too can be a little bit faster. Oh, and we have a mech hive coming. From multiple angles. So from the north, we have 2 lancers, 2 pikemen. From the east, we've got a scyther and a pikeman. And from the south, we've got a whole big mix of scyther, pikemen. All right. Not thrilled about this. Bash, you're in a good mood. I'm going to have Bash start to rearm some of the more depleted turrets. Letting everyone else sleep. I would have Raptor do it because of his mood, but Raptor, as you may have noticed, does not have insulating clothing, so I'm letting him take a pass. Oh god, that came a little faster than I thought. I've gotten really lucky as to dodge these scythers so far. Well, it got one swipe on me. To my head. Huh, nasty. Okay, not my best work. Looking away such that I did. But I'm alive. Let's get this off. Alright, Bash, I am going to patch you up field triage style. All right, so we do have the pikemen coming in. Once the scyther's down, I'm going to switch. Okay, so now these turrets out here will turn off, drawing the pikemen closer. Shoot frenzy is a welcomed thing. All right, let's hide. For a second. Bash is all set. Raptor, you come back out. Drawing the pikemen a little bit closer. Okay, all but this one on. On. Man. Okay, any of these turrets out here that are damaged can be powered down. This one should be powered down. Harmless, armless. Okay, now these guys powered down again. I mean, I think at this point you know the deal. Let's have our brawlers fan out, have our shooters hide, draw people closer, or draw mechs closer, I should say. I think my pets are asleep. That's why I haven't zoned them. Yeah, they're asleep. And now that they've come a little closer, surprise, surprise, we were home. We were home the whole time. All right, so what's left? There is, why'd you break this? Oh, whatever. Taking a look at numbers. Yep, just three pikemen left. Okay. Let's go back into hiding. Turning off the turrets. Raptor's dismissed. He has heat stroke. One of the pikemen is very, very, very far behind. Okay, dead. I like these sort of surprise tactics. They're working out pretty well for me. All right, Hippie, you get dismissed because you're in a bad mood. We are clear. We're obviously going to need to do a lot of repair, but I don't think I'm going to, famous last words, I don't think I'm going to be raided immediately, so I'm going to let people rest, sleep, eat, that kind of thing. I'm not going to immediately send them to fix the kill box. Because I do believe that there is time. All right, so the unrestricted and restricted animal handling, I'm just going to allow them go all the way up in there. Same with pets inside. Now it's one giant zone. Bash is healing. We're going to be breaking down mechs. So, JD, if you're breaking down mechs, we're eating, feeding, wardening. Yeah, we'll allow you to warden first. Okay, so now, instead of breaking down mechs, let me find the turrets that have taken damage. To get them back into full service. Yeah, we got kind of lucky. Some of these turrets are in really, really, really bad shape, but they held out and held up. So that's fairly lucky. All right, so now they're being all repaired, and then of course rearming, but rearming comes in due time. Bash, it wouldn't be terrible for me to set bed rest up to full now, just to make sure that everyone's perfectly healthy going into any fights. But I'm quite pleased about both fights. Pretty minimal wounds and damage and all that. Vitals monitor just got researched, so that's another thing that we can build. Let's put a vitals monitor here, which monitors both beds. I'm actually gonna have Bash build it. And the vitals monitor, if you're curious, increases the medical 10 quality, the immunity gain success, speed factor, and also the surgery success chance. So it just makes all of the sort of how should you say medicine type stuff better. It does not increase heal speed, but it increases everything else. Bash or Gabe, what I need you to do. Okay, we have 230 cloth. What I need you to do is to start mining up gold. Come up here and mine that gold, because I am straight flat out of gold, and that's going to be a bit of a problem for me. So why are you cleaning? Here. I fixed his priorities, and now he's going to go to the deep drill and mine. Good. Up here, I was going to replace these with slate. And then these doors here are going to close. And that gives the sappers a easy, free access to my base to allow them, to encourage them, in fact, to come through the deadfall trap tunnel. Okay, Bash is fully healed. We're going to have a temporarily undignified bedroom here. Just trying to bring it up into compliance with what he'll need as count. So if you're ever curious about that, you can always click. Right now, he's 15 out of the 20 he needs for count, so he's actually quite close. And then the count requirements here, why I'm doing this, if you take a look at the bedroom requirements, all fine floored. Yep, all fine floored. So this regular marble tile is not fine floor, so I'm just trying to get ahead of what my requirements will be, so that when I get there, he's not upset for forever. And we grind up machines for the steel to then load our turrets to grind up more machines for the steel. A good process I have. Maybe not a healthy one, but a good one. Our prisoners here are only for 1.5 more days, and then again the honor. And that there would be bada bing, bada boom, the count ceremony. So I'm not really going to be able to do the count ceremony until I'm done with all the fine floors, but we're basically there, right? He's basically a count at this point. It's just a matter of a day and a half and a bit of formality, which is not much. And here's the bionic leg that JD is making for himself. Ideally, I would like everybody to have a bionic leg, Phoenix included. He's the other one that doesn't have one. So let's kick it up to 2. And with bionic legs, that's going to allow me to wear stuff like flak vests and still be able to outrun enemies. So one of the things that you probably see me do a lot is I don't use things like flak vests often, because I tend to value the ability to outrun enemies over the ability to out-tank enemies. I would rather fight and kite than just stand and tank. And this is just a personal choice. Sometimes it does not pay off, especially when I get shot in vital organs. But that's how I play. And yeah, But once you have Bionic Legs, you can wear stuff like flak vests, flak jackets. Flak jackets in this series would not be advisable because of the temperature. Flak jackets, you would get hypothermic or hyperthermic pretty easily. But flak vests, no problem. No problem. Okay, we're going to get a little bit more cotton here in a second. What is Bash? Okay, Bash is replacing the walls blown out. That's awesome. There's some plastel here that doesn't need to sit here forever. I'm going to be turning off this smelter because I think Hippie's work would be better suited to do something else rather than smelting. Okay, so we have 150 more cotton. And there's the leg. And some sort of quest here. Pods for bugs. Infestation of 13 hives. Now we are in the middle of summer, so it will be very easy to heat stroke bugs. Keep that in mind. And I'm going to accept for a power claw and a bionic leg. And what was the timer on that? Immediate? Okay, and well, I guess I won't be doing the bionic leg surgery. So they're probably going to pop up somewhere in these tunnels here. And given the external temperature, I don't really need to do very much. Just sit back, wait, and let them burn themselves out. Perfect. They're down there where they're not even a threat. I'm going to spin these turrets on. Just so that I enter combat if they break those walls. But yeah, that works for me. So if that's the case, I am going to risk doing the surgery. Because I don't think I'm going to be fighting these bugs immediately. So if you take a look at the bugs, their max temperature is 60°C, and it's 87°C, and that's for the mega spiders. Well, it's for all the bugs. They all max out, so they're all going to get heat stroke at the same rate at the same time and go splat and get knocked unconscious. So that will be great. Sort of a freebie bug meat, if you ask me. And for the reward of a bionic leg, which I'm currently making advanced components for something, but it doesn't have to be a bionic leg. It could be something for something else. Except for I got a soul flare. Okay, all right. So soul flare is a little tricky because, well, it's going to get real hot. I'm going to try to hold out if I can and not use my wood for passive coolers. But I suspect that my guys are going to be a mite bit uncomfortable for a bit. Because it is 185. It's almost boiling out, and we no longer have air conditioning. So that sucks. All right, so their heat stroke is going up. When they are all fully heat stroked, okay, yep. Yeah, when they're all fully heat stroked, I will commit to fighting them. Another thing I might want to do is an avoid zone. Just to have no one go in there until I'm ready to go in there. So let's do that. So let's invert this, call it avoid, and schedule everybody to avoid. And then my animals that are on unrestricted animal hauling will not be allowed in there either. Just as a safety precaution. I don't think that my animals were going to head there, but given all the jelly currently is forbidden, but I can imagine a situation where I like unforbid it or whatever and it becomes an issue. Now, unlike cold snaps where the cold can kill plants, heat doesn't really kill plants, but the lack of power to the beds can kill plants. So that's why I'm cutting these plants. Oh god, all the nutrient paste meals. No. No. There's nothing I can do about this. Oh god. That is a lot of food. Solar flare. Go away. There's so much food that's gonna go pop. The solar flare has lasted 8 hours so far. It needs to stop. So the reason there's nothing I can do about this, the passive coolers only can cool down things to about 58 Fahrenheit, which is like, I don't know, like 15 C or something like that. I don't know off the top of my head, but it's not enough to actually refrigerate even. So there's no point in doing it. All right, JD, flick, 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 flick. I'm trying to get every cooler cooling. Angelia lost rescue. That's okay. I mean, she was never going to be able to rescue all that well. Okay, stop spoiling. Well, I'm glad I have a bunch of spiders down here, cause I just had all my food get ruined. Oh, laughs in pain. I knew that was a possibility. There was just not a really like I said, there's not a really good solution to that. All I could have done is to throw those into my transport pods, which at present do not exist, and like sell them to an ally or something. Because there is no way to rescue it. Just the way it is. And a psychic drone. Hi. Didn't I have preparations for this? I thought I had a foil hat. Mayhaps I don't. I have the very opposite. So nothing that Raptor is wearing right now makes him more sensitive to the droner. Whereas if he had like Eltech's skull cap or the robe or whatever, he would be more sensitive. But yeah, that's going to be a big old damper on the mood for sure. All right, these bugs all should be on the verge of passing out. And then I'm just going to go in there with like Bash and hit Phoenix and just, you know, massacre them. I do need a research project. That's a good question. Staring at all this. I might go crypto sleep caskets. And start to work towards Starflight. How are you still conscious, guys? I guess they're tougher than I, well, they're tougher than I give them credit. Okay, let's go ahead and continue the fine meals. Trying to get through the meat. Once we have some rice, I can do that. Wow, even Gabe is getting heat stroked. So the prisoners are on their own. They're off to no longer go berserk on me anymore. I am excited about that. We'll have Hippie load one and Gabe load the other. Off to probably have your organs harvested. Oh, there goes all my NPM. Yep. There it goes. It's just too hot. Sad. Now, if I'd been doing pemmican or kibble, that wouldn't have, well, that wouldn't have happened. What can I do about this? I can put a door here and uninstall these shelves. Try to do this as fast as I can. But I think the damage is already done. And it doesn't matter what I do. Where is Bash? I told him to do this. You were... Oh, God. JD, where are you then? You were asleep? Okay, you do this. So, in shrinking the... Oh, God. Shrinking the square footage that these freezers need to freeze might be able... Yeah, it is currently able to keep it cold enough. That still sucks. There's a lot of lost food. But these spiders are now all knocked out. And I think tomorrow morning I'll make a play for them. When did I get a chip chunk here? Well, Raptor now has a count ceremony. His count ceremony is going to require a piano in his throne room instead of a harpsichord. 2 more columns and more impressiveness. So the impressiveness is going to be a bit of a challenge because there's not a lot of room to make it impressive unless I get some sort of like legendary artwork or something like that. And even then, it's on the upper ends of impressiveness, it is really tough to move the needle. But I am out of time. So if you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you have any suggestions or anything like that, if you'd like to discuss these episodes, Discord might be the place for you. So Rhadamant.com has the link to Discord. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell, everybody.